Yo.
Yo, how's it going, bro? I will interview you.
Okay.
Since it's your run, I think you should share it so you can pause it whenever you need to explain something.
You want me to stream the run?
Yeah, if that's possible.
Okay, 1 second, yeah. You get the video.
It's an analyzation of what you did, basically explaining the tricks
Yeah,
in
okay.
advanced level, since I'm not a 1.5 specialist.
Okay, so the very first thing, what I could have done at the start is the pause trick. When you pause before the timer starts, because if you see, if I go back a bit, the sand goes down with the timer. It goes down like this.
Oh, damn, yeah.
It's because of the timer, because it started. But if you pause before, the sand will stay up. I don't have the clip, maybe I can send you it later, but it's basically a up slope, so you do lose speed. And if you pause, it's more flat, so you won't lose speed, you know?
I see, damn.
Yeah, it can save like 0.2. That's what I did in the new task. That's how I got stop 22 with tasks. So the very first thing. So first thing is a big jump walking PR. I could also do a small jump. The thing is, I know a lot of 1.5 because I tasted it and I played it so much. So if I do a small jump 1 frame later, and when I land around here, I frame spin, I can get here and do a glide clip. So basically,
Yeah, I see.
you glide and that makes you land on the thing, and then you can roll and jump, and that's faster, but it's also very hard. So what I did, I just stayed in the normal strat. I just do a small jump here. It's also frame perfect, but you can also get around it. So here, what I do, if I go by 3 frames, I do a corner jump, which here it was not the best, but it's not worse, so that's fine. So then I just did the old strat. I mean, what I could have done is RCBA angled here to get up here faster, but first that's hard, and second, I was not going for a really good run, so I didn't need it. So I just did the here. The later you kick, the better, because if you kick like early here, you will not get as much momentum as if you kick later. So here, I think I kicked as late as possible.
Damn.
Here, yeah,
It gets
it's
very
close.
advanced. People really don't realize that.
Yeah. Like when you play, I don't even realize it when I'm playing, but when you look back in slow motion, it's really apparent. Here, it looks like I'm dying. I'm gonna die, but it's actually the last frame, I think. So next, you have to hold right, and this is the hard part actually, is the GP, because most of the times I GP either too late if I advance a bit. I land on the first frame possible. Like, if I GP 1 frame earlier, I would land here, too early. And if I GP 1 frame later, I would land more to the right. And the thing is, with this walking PR, it's pretty hard because I don't have space, if you see.
Yeah.
Well, I can do perfect walking PRs a lot. So you see, it's on 30 FPS, so you can't see everything, but this frame I'm spinning, and this is 2 frames later, 1 frame I'm sliding, and the next frame I'm doing the kick. So this is perfect walking PR basically, almost, because the kick, like, I can't cancel the kick really fast on, like, humans can't, but tasks can do it in 1 frame.
Yeah,
So if you see, I cancel here, the best I've gotten is 1 frame earlier. If you see, you have like a few frames to get speed, and the thing is, it was originally on stick.
Wow.
So you're going to go above it, but it's not random, but you can't do the same exact angle every time, you know. So
Yes.
like one day Tonovision just told me, you know, you can do D-pad, and I was like, no, you can't, because like you get too low, because you're below the angle that you need. And then I tried it, and I got it. This is D-pad.
Oh, wow, that is
Let's
crazy.
say full speed. This is D-pad, and last time I did it, like without before full snake skip, I did it with joystick. So that was even more random. So if I do a D-pad, it's harder, but it's also faster, because obviously the angle is flat. And if you see here, I land basically what I did before. It's a corner jump, and this one is actually perfect because you can get either a corner jump from the side, which means you're gonna go lower, like not that big of a jump, or you can go above, which means a big jump. So here, okay, this is a bit special because this is on stick, and I'm not a stick player, so I'm not always perfect with stick. But by accident, I was supposed to kick a bit later. Like when you land, you do a back kick and then back kick again. This is my strat. But what I did by accident, I kicked to the right, then 1 frame later, up. This is up, and then left immediately. But all that was in 1 attack, so it doesn't change anything. It just looked funny.
It didn't corrupt the speed.
Yeah, it didn't change anything. If you look at full speed, you can barely notice.
Oh shit, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you need to go frame by frame. This is 1 frame, this is 1 frame, this is 1 frame. So you can't even see.
That is
but
crazy.
if you go slow motion, you see that. Here I landed. I landed here, and I'm visually here. When you do a back kick, the hitbox doesn't look like this. Like the hitbox is here, where the particles are. I look more on the right than I actually am. So I think I could have done 1 frame further. I could have done 1 frame to the right, but it's not that important, because if you see at full speed, you can't even see. Like you can't even notice.
Yeah, it's so hard to notice. It's not even noticeable. Yeah.
Yeah, this angle, I'm gonna play at full speed here. This angle was really good. Like one of my best probably. It could have been.
Looks
I don't
like
think
Taz,
it could have been because the task it did a turnaround and a neutral, which is actually slower because you turn around obviously. Even if it's one frame, it's not max speed. And he does a neutral, which is the same as a back kick, the same frames, or actually it's less because with the neutral you have to land, which loses time. And in here I didn't actually land before doing the kick. I just did air kick. So technically this is faster than Taz. So if I want to improve Taz, which I won't because I'll explain later, I would do this because D-pad plus lower jump plus this with the good angle, that would be faster. The task does a angled walking PR and a neutral, which the execution is kind of bad. So if I play full speed, here, that was really good. So if I just go a bit before. The kick, I could have done one frame later, but that doesn't change anything basically. And you can't even see it when you play. Like I just kick whenever I feel like it, whenever I feel like I'm top.
Yeah.
So that was a good kick because sometimes you can do the kick. I'll show you an example. Without walking PR, you can see it. You do a kick and then you get pushed down a bit for no reason. I mean, maybe for a reason, but I don't know why. So you get pushed down. Here I didn't, and then I glided nicely. The kick was nice, and then here, that's the annoying part. I jump.
That is insane.
That fucking clip. You see now that I clipped this frame, and then next frame, I'm holding up.
Wow, that is insane.
This is also, yeah, this is on D-pad. Like I'm holding up on D-pad, which means if you don't have brake force, that'll just fail. I used to do it on stick to get more brake force, but it's faster and easier to stay on D-pad than from D-pad to joystick. Just switch in the middle of this. This is faster. So this is frame 1 of clipping, and I have to stay a bit to get more brake force. And you see, I'm already spinning. So if you see I have full speed, it's basically non-apparent. Like you can't even see that I stopped.
Wow, that is insane precision. Over that whole thing since the walking PR, that is actually insane.
Next thing, I did it on accident, but it was actually better. If you see, this is, I go above, because this is like, I didn't mean to do it, but this is like up and right on D-pad. The original idea is on D-pad flat to the right, obviously. I didn't do it on purpose, but why this is a good thing is that look where I land here. Why is that a good thing? Is because if you do a flat angle and you jump like earlier than last frame, you will land like exactly on this. You can't even see because it's up top, but
yeah, and lose a bit.
And you will lose speed. Like there is nothing you can do. And even if you get a last frame, you will land a bit later, but that's still you will basically almost clip the platform, which makes it's more friction to this, and you will lose speed. So why this is a good thing? I land later, and basically I lose little to no speed. The better thing I would have done if it was like on joystick, an angle above D-pad but below this, you know, it would have been a bit faster, maybe like 2 frames, but who cares about 2 frames basically.
Yeah.
So the next thing, nothing crazy here, just YBY. That jump, believe it or not, it's actually really hard because sometimes if you do a pin jump, you will go too far. If you do a YBY, if you don't delay this jump by a frame, you will get a neutral jump. And if you get a neutral jump, which I'll show you, I have an example, you land here, which it's not that you didn't lose your run, but you land on slow,
like a land speed.
Yeah, you will lose time. I think if I landed here, I would have not gone sub on that run, like 2303 or something.
Damn, it loses that much.
Yeah, around 0.1. So basically here you want to land basically after this, any point is good. Here you want to jump on the last frame with a big jump. Either you can do a ledge small jump like here. You can jump from here. You have time to jump after you're not on the platform to make it easier.
Yeah.
Here, if you see, I jumped a bit too early because I kind of panicked. I was like, this is one of my best pace so far, like ever. And then here, the actual strat I was going for was to do from here a YBY, and then while I land like here down, I was gonna do a girth, but
perfect,
I was gonna do a girth, which makes it so angled girth, so I can just do this with a jump, and then I can GP directly. But here I did a D-pad RCBA, which is the safe way, but it's also frame perfect, because look, if you see, if I did it 1 frame later, I would have hit this, and I failed a lot of times here. And if I did it 1 frame earlier, I would have died to this.
Wow.
So this is like the safe way is to angle it, which is like it's a bit below the D-pad, but it's also still precise because you can hit this and you can get too low, you hit this, too high, you hit this. This is hard. It doesn't look like a full speed, but this is hard. So now I didn't get really lucky here because the best would be to either land on the platform or like go above it, but I landed on the corner, which means like currently I'm in the air and currently here I'm touching it here too, and here I GP, and I do get a corner GP. I lose a couple of frames here, because look, the setup is slow, you waste like a lot of frames here. So the bumper actually turns out to be a 1588, and the TAS is 1514, so I'm like 0.74 behind TAS.
Yeah.
So that would have been, yeah, really good if I did finish the run. But it didn't happen, so that was my best bumper ever. My other best was my previous world record, 23:31, 16.01, so that was 0.13 faster. So that's why I said if I didn't get Lewis, that still would have been 23.18 without Lewis, which is really fucking insane. And here I was like, I was in a call with Frozen. He didn't talk, but I was like, okay, this might be, like I said, what if I get Lewis, this is sub, this is the world record forever. So this shit is the reason why tassing is so hard, because if you look, these enemy, like, they move horizontally by a few pixels, but the problem is, why is that a problem? It's because it's random, it's on a global timer. This is technical stuff, but it's on a global timer, which you can't modify. Even in TAS, I don't think you can modify it. I might be wrong, but so you can't modify it. So basically here, you just jump off of it, like you bounce on it. But why that matters is here, when you land, you can be here, you can be one more pixel to the right, one more pixel to the left, two more, two less, three more, three less. So you can't know where you land. Why that is a problem is if you jump, if I jump and I do the same inputs, here I got, well, I didn't get lucky, but because I landed here, you know, very early. The optimal is to land as close to him as possible. But the same inputs, I'll show you a clip. If you do the same things exactly in TAS, one try you can get Lewis, the next try it's gonna be different, which is a big problem. That's why in like 2022 with Eosvar, when I tried tassing it, I gave up because I didn't want to try. And Galaxy, I told him that's a problem, and he said I don't care, and he tried. So big respect to him. I made like the script of the actual level, and he's the one that actually tried getting Lewis and spent hours on it. Like, I'm not even joking. Wow. He got one every 20-30 minutes, so big respect to him. Here I was like, wow, I really got Lewis. Like, this is the run. If you see, I GP the bumper at 1774, but when I land, I'm at 1808, so I have like 0.35 seconds to react in my head that I did get Lewis, and I need to adapt and change my strat, and I need to frame spin. And frame spin is not easy without anything. With the pressure, with the speed, I did actually get a frame spin, which was pretty fucking insane. Here I just do a wide going up, nothing crazy. And here, well, of course it was a bad Lewis. So I landed early, which was not bad. I think if I delayed a bit, like one frame or two, I would have jumped from the most down spot, which would have gave me the more speed. But I jumped instantly, which is not bad. And here I was like, in my head I was like, wait, I got Lewis, but I don't have max speed. What the fuck is happening? So I was like, okay, so I need to, if I don't jump, I'm dead. So here I don't fall under pressure. This is actually pretty close. Here it's fine, but if you do get Lewis, I'll show you. It's like really close, almost frame perfect.
And it was delayed. That RCB was a bit delayed.
Yeah, that one was like, I kind of failed here, if you see. I jumped too early, so I took some time to GP. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 frames to GP, which means that I lost like 0.1.
Basically, yeah.
So here, I was like, in my head, I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, is that sub? Because I failed, so is that sub? And then here, once I got like a really good run, 23:46. But here I jumped 1 frame early, so I lost 1 frame. Well, it doesn't really matter because it's not world record anymore, but that's still a thing with pressure. Basically, I just jumped and I was like, well, I'm gonna show the reaction because it's funny.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I was like,
jumped the controller.
Yeah, I was like, I was stressing. My hands were shaking as I was doing the run. I was like, no way, this is happening. I'm gonna do it. And then I saw 22:94. Oh my god, I did it. It's over. Like I said it. I hate this invasion. I don't actually hate it. I wrote in the description, but I hated the grind. I hate the fact that it's just luck. When you get a good run without Lewis, if you're going for Lewis, it's literally luck. There's nothing else involved except for the don't fail at the end. But I did it, and I was in VC with Frozen and was like, the reason why I even played this, I was playing the daily randoms that I just uploaded. I got 1786, and then Frozen told me that Ryan Cooper beat me, which surprised me because he's not that good. He just told me that he got a dupe. It saved 0.3, so I was like, okay, that makes sense. So he told me to get on and like share play to him, so I did get on. In literally 2 minutes, I tied Ryan Cooper, but I didn't get the dupe. So I would have beaten by 0.3 if I did get the dupe. And I was like, okay, I don't want to improve because that run is actually insane. I'm just gonna have tied world record. I don't care. Frozen told me play a little bit of 1-5 for fun, you know. Because I was kind of done. I was like, I don't want to grind for Lewis because I already spent a lot of hours on it after the world record.
And it's kind of hierarchy.
Yeah, I was like demotivated and shit. I'm just gonna play for maybe 30 minutes. Let's see what I can do. Maybe I can improve without Lewis, 23.2, 23.1. And then that run took me 15 minutes. I was really lucky. 15 minutes after I started, Frozen stopped talking and I couldn't too. So I just typed on Discord. And I was trolling. I was not serious. So I'm gonna show you the message too because it's funny. I just said, I have girlfriends, like without any context because I don't, sadly. But I was like, yeah. So what I said was like, I have girlfriends. And literally that same attempt, I got it. My mom was asleep, so I couldn't really make noise. Even that, I had to put the volume up to actually hear anything. So I just said in the Discord chat, I said yes, yes, yes. I just found yes because I didn't know what to do. I was actually panicking, shaking.
Very excited, yeah.
I just started freaking out. I jumped in my room. I was like, oh my god, I did it. It's over. I'm the best player ever. I could the last second barrier. I got sub 23 on a hard invasion, and nobody else could get it ever. Probably, maybe. I hope not to get beaten. If I get beaten, I'm gonna cry probably. Do I just do a big surprise and not tell anyone and just upload it randomly, or do I do like I always did and just send it to my friends? I want to do like upload it randomly without telling anybody, but I was like, okay, I can't do this. I sub 23. Everyone needs to know. I was actually freaking out, so I just got my phone. I was checking. I took a picture and I sent it on Snap to like even like my friends that don't know Rayman. I just sent them and I said, oh my god, I did it.
Lifetime
like,
achievement. It's an insane run to get. It's absolutely like you showed me all the. It's so frame wise. It's actually so long.
Yeah, I'm gonna play at full speed now to see if you haven't already. If people haven't already, which I doubt.
Yeah, what a run.
Yeah.
Like everything is so precise and it really doesn't look like it when you watch it, but goddamn. Even myself, but when you watch it, it's actually insane.
If it wasn't for the last Lewis that wasn't perfect, I don't think that could have been beaten ever.
Yeah.
This is not the best.
Was it? I need to ask.
Oh my god.
Was it possible to arch CBA without a jump and still get it?
I don't think so. I didn't want to risk it because I saw myself not getting the best max speed. So I was like, if I try not to jump, it's gonna be faster if I get it. But if I don't get it, I'm just lost sub 23 for dumb reason. Like I'm not gonna risk it. I failed it because I was shaking. So I pressed the button early. My hand was literally shaking. I was like, I need to press this button or else I'm gonna kill myself if I fail. Basically. So I did it and then happy ending, I guess. I tried to improve in the next days, but now I don't think I will. If I did get perfect Lewis, that literally would have been the perfect run for a human. That pace was insane. Like the whole run was insane. I don't see any fail. I don't think anything could be added. I mean, things can be added like the RCB at the start that I told you. Here, it doesn't save that much. It saves like maybe
RCBA saves something, but the rest doesn't save like too much.
Yeah.
All the other is like micro stuff.
Yeah, it's like frame execution improvements. But if I did get, I'm kind of mad at it because I could have gotten from 23-31 to like mid 22. That would have been crazy.
That would have been actually crazy.
The last run ever on this invasion. Literally, who is beating 22.5?
Yeah, I don't think you're at least like no matter how hard they try, for 2 years you're probably safe. I don't see anybody that can do this at this execution at this level. Like it just doesn't look beatable. I can't lie.
Yeah, I don't think, even though I don't want to be like, I don't want to say that it's never gonna get beaten because you never know. Some random guy could out of nowhere get it with a good Lewis. Even me, maybe. I just want to say I don't think this run is gonna get beaten, at least in 2024 and possibly in 2025, unless it is by me, because I might improve. You never know. And
a strategy might be found, but I don't think there's a new strategy.
With these strats, I don't think this will be beaten.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if I did lose 0.3 at the end, this is still like an insane.
This is an art.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is actually an insane run, to put it lightly, to say the least. That run is insane. And I still have almost a second lead, because the second is Finland with 23 and 91. I can say for now I'm still safe. I don't know. It's insane also to think about a few months back, world record was 25 and now it's 22.
Yeah, that's actually funny.
That is actually funny.
A few months ago, I got 24.91, which is 2 seconds slower than this. And me, almost only me, except for tunnel vision once for 1 hour, I got the world record down by 2 seconds in a few months, which is pretty funny actually.
Oh yeah, the not 31, the 23.90 something, I think.
No, my first one was 24.91, and which is world record, and then I got 71, and then I got 24, and then I just got 2371 and 2331, and then this. Mark my words, we will never see a sub 22 from a human ever, unless there's a big strat that is found that saves like 0.6, 0.7. We will never see a sub 22.
Yeah, I don't think this is not getting beaten, guys. Try another invasion, because this is not getting beaten anytime soon at all.
You're actually getting closer to the limit of reminiscence.
Yeah, like how far can we go?
We're almost at the end of the game. I don't actually think we can go above, because we can get max speed easily now. So unless we can go past max speed, which I don't think so, we can't. The only things to improve to max this game out are ILs, but literally nobody plays them, so that's not gonna happen. And full game speedruns. We're getting some good 100 TNCs run from Cupson. He's second now. He beat me also by a second. I hate him. If we improve like ILs and full game speedruns, we're pretty much as a community done with improving Rayman.
Like we completed the game completely.
Yeah, we just maxed it out in terms of skill.
Damn, 100 TNCs. I got 21 minutes I think on that. It was like 3 years ago.
I was going for a world record a few months ago, and then I got 2017 with a really good run. I was like, why is that slower? I did the wrong route, so I lost 20 seconds.
That is insane. You also wanted me to show like some other stuff.
Yeah, like the thing that I told you about, this when you kick, I think it's on System's channel. In his run, I think he did lose some time here, because if you see, you get kind of pushed down. I don't know if you can see it, but when you kick, you get kind of pushed down.
Yeah, like it pulls you down like a bit.
Yeah, you can barely see, because that's because of the speed in this case, but in the other case I have max speed, so that's not the problem. I don't know why, but that happens, so that's the problem. I was gonna show you the test. At the start you see it pauses just because the sand here is higher. I'm gonna do a comparison. Frame 1, this is frame 1, it's here. This is frame 1 and it's higher, you know?
Way higher.
This makes it so here he has to turn around because otherwise he's too fast. You can see it if you compare this task, like this start. Look at this. If you compare this to the just before all the tasks.
Yeah, it goes so micro. It's insane. It's unbelievable. I didn't know that it went that micro.
You see, if you see, he doesn't turn around because
it wasn't fast enough.
And when he lands here, the explosion is at 495, and here it's, I think, at 475 if I'm correct. Way faster. It's like exactly 0.2 faster.
Yeah.
The way I get Lewis is basically I just do a jump, and with my stick I instantly turn around, which makes it so I'm like perfectly positioned. There's an easy way to train it just below it, and then you go with the stick or D-pad. It's easier on stick. You just go flick it, just a little bit, and then you'll get perfect positioning. Wow. So basically it's still gonna be RNG, but it's gonna be the right positioning. With the sub-pixels, I don't want to get too much in detail. Like RNG, because of sub-pixels, you can get one sub-pixel is like, if you see one pixel on the screen, there's like 1920 on the screen, and a sub-pixel is 1/16th of that. So there's
such a small chance of getting that.
30k sub-pixels on the screen, 30,000. And if you're right by 1 out of 30,000, you can mess up.
Damn.
If you want to do a cinematic, dramatic thing, you can say that this technically has a 1 out of 30,000 chance. It's obviously not true, but what I can say is there's a 1 in 16 chance of that happening. And this is true, because there's only one sub-pixel that will get you here, one sub-pixel here, that will not even get you above here. You can bump into the thing. Maybe I have a clip, or
Damn, put respect on my guy here, guys. Put respect on this guy.
This is a few clips. I tried testing it, like with EOSVAR, very old. This is a few ideas that we had, but didn't work.
Angled spin, maybe, on that.
Yeah, that's why I also tried it. I didn't clip it because either too low or the ring. I didn't find the thing I wanted to show you. Oh yeah, that's why I got the girth. That's what I was going for, like with this and just GP. I can't actually find what I wanted to show. I think it's this. No, that's not it.
No, take your time. So good.
This is also when I found the full snake skip by accident.
Damn, that changed it all.
And then I saw like not moving. I was like, what? How is that possible? I got into the UB canvas, like the editor. And then I saw that the trigger is like, there's a sort of circle. So if you go basically, if you hit one of these here, you will get, you will trigger the spawn of this. So if you go above it, you won't. Like that's why they don't move, because you don't hit the trigger.
Wow, insane, incredible stuff.
Yeah, that's also when Hydra found the real snake skip, like the OG one. That's how that I found it on January 2023, and it took a few months to get it run. So if I find this fucking thing that I'm looking for, this is, I don't know what this is. This is the first, like, the really start, when Walking Pure was just found. This is the first version of the TAS.
Oh yeah, true. It really shows how much work you put on this invasion for now almost 2 years.
Yeah, and nobody saw that side except for like very few people. ASVAR saw that, Galaxy saw that. If I actually find this shit. Yeah, this is it, exactly what I was to show you. So basically, you do one attempt. This is the same script. This is like sped up, but you can see the OG TAS, what it would have been. And then you land, you go here, and then this didn't work. So whatever, I restart, literally the same inputs, and if I skip a bit, you will see that I didn't change anything yet.
Damn, so making glitches is sometimes not even on you, it's on the game itself.
Yeah, I don't know how many examples there are, but because of this shit, this is literally out of my control. I can't control that. I mean, I can.
If you stay for like a micro frame on the ground and then roll jump, you can control it if you realize where the skeleton is, but that is hard obviously to predict.
You can't because it doesn't move you by a pixel. I use subframes as a movement measurement, like distance. A frame, I'm gonna show you a prime example. There's frames, like I use this with ghosts. I'm gonna show a great example. Ghost, there are frames and there are subframes. What I call a subframe is half of a frame. So if I go this one, this was a 1293 land. But if you see at the ghost here, my ghost is less than a frame away from me, but my ghost is kind of bad quality, my bad. This is 1294, my ghost, and I'm 1293. But if you go to like the next decimal, it's like this would be 12.939, for example, and the other would be 12.941. The next decimal doesn't appear, obviously, but it counts. It still counts for actual time. That's why subframes are important. In my Frozen's 1286, I did it, obviously. I made this run. I also did this one. I did this run, and I also did these runs, obviously. So if I go here, well, the ghost is like kind of bugged, so you don't really see it well.
Oh, there's no.
So I was a frame ahead. Actually, I was a subframe ahead here.
You were 87 there. You were 87.
Well, yeah, but I would have rounded up to 88 right here if I didn't frame spin. But because I frame spin, I saved little subframe that I needed to get 1286. But the thing is, this is 12.868, but the TAS, like if you do a TAS, it's gonna be 12.864 or 863. It's gonna be one subframe faster than this. Why? Because simply this obviously was perfect, but my cancel, like the kick cancel, it was 2 frames. Like you can only see 1 frame here because it's 30 FPS, yeah. But it's 2 frames, which was, I think that's the only time I got 2 frames, like a 2-frame one, and I managed to not fail, because this land was annoying as fuck. I was the only 1286 and I still am, because this is subframe dependent. I know this is not the topic.
That double jump is annoying, I have experienced it, yeah.
I know we were talking about 1.5, but this is also interesting, because depending on the subframe, here I was exactly 1 subframe ahead, and I say that 1 again later, so I shouldn't have been able to make this jump, because here I was supposed to hit it, but because this guy also moves from right to left, and because here it was on the left, I got it. This is like, this has RNG. You can't even see it if you don't know the game, or if you're like not into that kind of experimental stuff. This was RNG. So when I saw it and I got the thing, I was like, okay, I need to make this. This is also RNG. This can be high, and you know that, but this can be higher.
Yeah, obviously.
Kill your run. This is also frame perfect. If you do 1 frame later, you got the chain. And then here, I did lose a subframe. Not enough for a 1288, but since I wall jumped, I lost a frame technically, but it's between a frame and a subframe, which is really annoying to explain when you don't want to spend 10 hours explaining it. Technically, if I did lose a frame, that would have been 1288, but because I saved a subframe compared to other people and a subframe here, that cancels the other subframe lost, and I get 1286.9 basically.
Yeah, it's good that you explain the subframes, so you can like people can know how like actually the 1.5 happened. It's good that you explain this.
Yeah. When I say half of a frame, that doesn't mean 0.5 frames, which may be misleading. Technically, if I was TAS and I got a flat land and I did perfectly here, I would save a subframe again. If I didn't get a raw jump layout, I would save a subframe, and that's the problem. I don't think, technically with my definition, saving 2 subframes would mean 1 frame, so 1284.
Yeah, because 1 frame is 2 like milliseconds, and 1 subframe is 1 millisecond.
1 subframe is 0.5 frames, basically. With my definition, it would mean that 1284 is possible physically by tasks, but it's not. So I don't know if it is. The problem is, what's more annoying is that you have to search for a layout that is completely flat. Literally no, because this
ruined that 1284.
This, I also lost a not a subframe, but I lost a few pixels. This is a slope. If I have literally a full flat layout and I get the perfect thing and I get 1 bumper, maybe 1284 is possible physically, but that would mean 12.849999. Like, I'm not even joking, it's that close. That's why it's a shame that you can only task Rayman on Yuzu, which is really bad. There's a thing called BizHawk. It's basically perfect task tool for all the consoles and shit. If that applied to anything that has Rayman Legends on it, we would have literally tasked the entire game already. Like, I would have finished 100% task by myself in a few weeks. Because how good it is. We would have seen like how to task everything. I could lock cycles with this. I could make this problem not a problem anymore, because the guy would be in the same spot every time. It would be so much better, but life is life and we can't. You can task on Xbox, but Xbox is like kind of mid. It's not the same as Yuzu. You say, this frame I want this to happen, next frame I want this to happen, but with Xbox you have save states, so basically you can replay from one point indefinitely, which does not exist on Yuzu, sadly. But on Yuzu there's also a thing called RAM Viewer. It's a lot to explain. There's like videos on it, on not Rayman, but just tasks, which explain how you can modify them to lock cycles, but lock certain cycles, not all, because this cannot be solved with the RAM Viewer, because it's in a global timer, which you can't change. But in-game timers, for example, this snake obviously is on a level timer. When you touch this trigger, there's like a sort of timer. I'm just gonna say something dumb. Wait 1 second and start moving up. So if you touch it, like if you do brake boost strats and you do this like this, it's the same, it's not gonna change. But if you go above and like, for example, I hit it not here, like with brake boost, but here, I can still skip the snake. Like I can go above it. That's why snake skip works, because it also depends on your speed too. Obviously with brake boost, you're gonna get from here to there slower than with walking PR. That's why snake skip works. But if you do full snake skip and touch it around here, you can get the snake to move, but when you're here, it's gonna be like here and not here.
Wow.
It's a lot to explain, but I mean, that would also not work because this guy, but if this guy is just here, this guy will already be here, so that fucks the run up. So we don't have better tools, that's why there's so little tasks for Rayman. The community is like determined. I was determined at one point. I only uploaded tasks. If you go to my channel, there's like, basically, if you search tasks, there's like one period, 22. There's one period, which like late 2023, you see, August, October, November. And then that was my last task, and I didn't upload any tasks after that. I even did just like this. If Rayman had better task tools, obviously, like there would be way more people and way more stuff tasked. Life is life, and there's none.
Wow.
So
I need to ask about that 1286. Like where you said you lose time because of the like downhill. Isn't possible to like frame spin at the start of it? There, yeah.
It's still a slope.
Ah, yeah, it is true.
It's not flat exactly in task or in normal. If I landed here, that would have been the worst because I could lose up to 2 or 3 frames. That's why. 88. That's why in my whatever, I hate my fans. I'm not even replying. Oh, what? Meeting Rayman Gamers Sergio. Okay, that's something. If you go to my video, that's what I explained before. That if I land on the slope here, exactly here, that would lose time. That's the same reason here. I lose time on the slope, so if you just don't land on the slopes, except if you need to, and it's like not possible to not land. For the fastest time, don't land on the slopes, guys. Pro land tip from the best land player ever.
Yeah, listen to him.
I might make a tutorial on like just how to improve at lands, because I don't know, I need more competition and new people to play lands, because they're dead.
Yeah.
I can get a record by 0.5, that's not normal.
Yeah, that last land lamps, that 1829 one, that was hot. Yeah, thanks for the information.
Yeah, no problem.
Because that is some information, I can tell you that much. Yeah. I just learned so much stuff. I didn't even... it's just too much to process even. Wow.
Well, happy to inform people, because now that I'm pretty much done with this game, I've done a lot of stuff. I'm not quitting, but I've done already all the things I wanted to, except for Sub 26, but we don't talk about it. I want to help people, that's why Baston did. He basically finished the game for him, and he spent his time helping others. So that's what I want to do, especially with my reputation being a bit not good right now.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's the one guy that has put all the work in. You should not be hating on this guy.
Whatever, we don't care about that.
Yeah, we do not care about that.
Yeah, I'm really happy to have accomplished everything I have done.
Yeah, I see. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know what content you want. I literally got you the best player to explain the most micro stuff here. I'm so thank you for my viewers for watching this, and I'll see you to the next one.
Subscribe to me too, please. Link in description.
Subscribe to Frozen. And we will see you on the next one.
Bye guys.
Bye bye.